Hello everyone and welcome to the Sew It Yourself Pattern channel. In this video I will show you how to sew the willow top. And the first step is to search the center front, two sides of the front facing and one side of the back facing. And the next step is to gather this section of the front. And for that, change your settings to a 4mm stitch. And the next step is to sew and to gather the front. Pull only on one thread to gather it nicely. Gather both front pieces so that this section is 5 centimeters long. And the next step is to put both front pieces right side on right side and sew along the 5 centimeter section that we gathered and the center front. Make sure to keep the front opening open. And before you start to sew, make sure to change the settings again. And now give the seam allowance of the center front a good press. And for the next step, take both front facing pieces and put them right side on right side to sew them together at the short side. Also here, make sure to keep the front opening open. And then give it a good press. And now take the front facing and put it with the right side on the right side of the front piece and secure it around the neckline with a few pins. And now sew along the neckline. And now give the seam a good press and iron the seam allowance to the front facing. And the next step is to sew on the seam allowance to secure it. And then turn the front facing in the top and give it a good press. And then lay both front openings exactly on each other and sew them together with a few hand stitches. And the next step is to make the neck holder strap. For that, take both of your straps and put them right side on right side at the straight short edge. And then put them together right side on right side and sew along the long side to make a strap. And make sure to leave a 3 to 5 centimeter gap to turn around the strap. Then trim the seam allowance and then turn the strap over with a knitting needle or with a pen and go with it through one fabric layer, the end of the strap, and put the head through the tube and start wiggling and pulling it down till it comes out at the gap of the tube. And do the same with the other side. And close the gap that we left open with a few stitches. And give the strap a good press. And for the next step, take your back facing and put it on the back piece, right side on right side, and secure it with a few pins. And now you can start to sew along the neckline. Give the seam allowance a good press and iron the seam allowance to the back facing. And then sew on the seam allowance to secure it. And turn the back facing in the top and give it a good press. And to close the side seams, put the front and back pieces right side on right side. Take the front facing and put it over on the back facing to get also a nice look on the inside of the top. And now you can sew both side seams like that. And after sewing the side seams, serge both side seams. And serge also the length. After, make markings at 3 centimeters and fold it to the marking and sew along the length. And the final step is to give every seam a good press. And then you're done with your willow top. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thanks for watching.